Okay, so here we are again. Again, I'm gonna say on the point of view of Korean player, that's gonna be Tato. His villagers started now a little bit further away from each other, comparing to the last time at least. Where is he? He didn't cross. He didn't make an X, so I have no idea what is he moving to.
Yes.
Let me see. He's gonna go to the middle of his point. Yeah, I think he's gonna find his spot very nicely. I do see yellow close by with a villager as well, but if he actually goes to the middle point of his board, he's gonna be pretty much fine. Let me see. Yeah, where he X'd, yeah, he's gonna see one board. He's gonna have sheep, good sheep there. He's gonna be able to scout with them, and I think he pretty much found his spot, guys. What you think?
I think he should be okay as long as yellow moves further down.
Yeah.
I don't think yellow will. Maybe
I
he'll
don't
make
think he
his
will.
TC further down.
Yeah, he only has one board. Those 3 boards where yellow is just now passing by are probably going to be his boards, right?
Yeah, they're definitely Tato's boss, yeah.
That's title spot. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like yellow is moving further down, so he's probably going to be okay. Let me switch back to yellow's point of view. That's Milo. Well, he X'd exactly where we do not want it to see lumber camp, but maybe he didn't change his mind. He's gonna stay in there. Looking at the map, I think his spot should be a little bit further to the south, because right now they have one unclaimed spot right there with a deer and 1 boar and 3 boars. You see that, guys, on the south.
Yeah.
Looks
He's
like
missed his spot.
yeah, looks like that was supposed to be his spot, Ra, don't you think?
Yeah, but it's not that bad. It's not that far. I mean, the deer are still accessible for him for sure. The boar maybe not. He can lure them to the mill. Not the best spot, but you know, not that awful either.
Yeah, he's just now gonna
Pockets,
see.
so.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing which we could look at now. We do have here Tato. Is green player his teammate? Yes, it is. So green player is gonna be here the flank, it looks like, right? Then Tato is gonna be his pocket as Koreans. Then we do have, as Jiggsy just said, Persian also his pocket, and his flank is gonna be teal player, Teutons. And looking at the flanks, I think all of them got a pretty nice spot. Look at teal; he has his deer very, very close to his lumber camp, so he's not gonna be not gonna be in trouble. And green player himself has boars very close to him as well. So both flanks on a very good spot right here, guys. Well, what do you think?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is probably more important than the pockets, in my opinion. If I'm flank, I'd rather have hit my spot, and if I'm gonna miss my spot, I'd rather miss my spot as pocket.
Okay, I cannot speak Vietnamese, obviously, but I did see the word sling come up there 3 or 4 times. 3TC sling, so that's probably, yeah, all of them said yes.
Yes,
So
yes.
looks like
Yeah.
blue is gonna be slinging. He's the Korean flank here. What about him? He does have deer very close to him. I don't see any boars just yet. Yeah, he has deer boar just behind him, behind that fortress. That's a little bit unlucky for him. Let me go to his point of view. Has he actually seen them? No, he has not. No, he has not. So he probably is gonna kind of struggle to get up to Castle Age. Or you think he's just gonna see Feudal and sling on Feudal Age? Well, he actually mentioned 3TC sling, right?
3TC, yeah.
So he actually wants to go up to Castle Age. He's probably gonna have a hard time, bro. What you think? Because his boars are there just behind the forest. Doesn't look like he's gonna search for them in there. Yeah, he did find
lucky.
one.
The other thing is, I think, you know, with the new mod pack, I think Castle Age Sling got nerfed much harder than Feudal Age.
Feudal,
Sling.
I totally agree
Absolutely,
with you. Yeah,
absolutely.
totally agree with you. Indeed.
So,
Well, I do
already
explain your
weak.
reasons. Yeah.
Yeah,
Why do you
I
think
mean,
so?
In Feudal Age Sling, you might sling, I don't know, 4 or 5k resources before going up, right? And then with the new patch, you would only lose, I don't know, a couple of hundred resources, right?
Yeah, 10%, right? Yeah, it's not
Compared
much.
to before, I mean, compared to before, yeah.
Yeah.
You would probably end up 300-400 resources less. But then before you could do Castle Sling without losing any resources, and now you're losing 20%. So if you're slinging and Castle Age, you end up slinging a lot more resources too. You got to keep that in mind. You're not just slinging 4 or 5k. You're slinging easily 10k or more, 20k. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and
now
the
you're losing like 2,000, 4,000 resources. It's a big difference.
And the thing is,
when do you think-
before, without the mod, you could actually sling for free on Castle Age, and now you can. And I think that's the biggest difference actually here.
Do you
Go
think
ahead,
you'll ever
Jiggsy.
see people going Imperial just for banking?
Uh,
It's surely got to be worth it at some point.
maybe. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not sure what teams will do. Yeah, but it's different. It limits your strategy a lot. Because you're going Imperial, you're still wasting 2,000 resources right off the bat.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think you would just see Sling a lot less.
Anyway, we weren't paying too much, or at least I wasn't paying too much attention of the positions on the Vietnamese team. Looks to be like there's an unclaimed spot right there for the Vietnamese team. I might be seeing this wrong. Looks like there should be a player against Teal player, against player 5, just in front of him. There is a spot which is totally unclaimed. So looks like red player. No, red player actually has a nice spot himself, so someone must have screwed it up. Let me go.
Well, I think red player took gray spot.
Yeah, he took gray spot, it
those two are
looks
sharing,
like.
so.
Indeed, they will be sharing resources, because there's pretty much this spot right here. It's totally unclaimed. You can see here one boar, a lot of sheep, a lot of deer. Does he? Well, he actually has a boar.
We can see Milo has moved down, by the way, just quickly. So.
Oh, indeed, you're totally
They're
right.
no
He
longer
actually
sharing?
walked all the way down there. Actually, is this a good decision to actually make sure you're gonna delay yourself a little bit? But since he's actually Persians, maybe he will just be exactly like all the other ones. You think this was worth it and allow his pocket to have all of the resources he needs?
I would have walked down, but not that far. I would have walked. You see where the hill is? Just north of that. I would have put my TC there.
Just here, I see what you mean. Well, the boars would still be very far away, though, don't you think? I mean, to get them until that hill, would still be pretty far away.
I can lure them. I can lure them. That's like that's a good distance to still safely lure the boar. You still waste a lot of time walking back and forth to bring them in, but it's better than because now from that spot that I'm talking about to where he is now is probably almost a whole villager behind.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Instead of building here or here, I see.
Yeah, I would rather send 3 villagers to lure the boar. I lose some walking time for 3 villagers for, I don't know, 2-3 minutes than having basically a villager that's not there for the entire game. Makes sense? I don't know.
Yeah, I totally know what you mean.
Yeah.
I will switch now back to the point of view of the green player, as I reckon this is probably going to be the place where most of the action is going to take place. I do think blue player is going to try and wall himself if he's planning to sling. He's actually ahead, even though his town center went down a little bit later, or at least that's what I thought. He seems to be ahead by 1 villager, even though none of them actually did any loom. But the good thing, the green player is going straight to the boars, which is obviously a lot better than starting with the sheep, as the blue player is doing. So what do you think, Rush? Should you, as Goth, I'm talking about the green player as Goth, should he be going aggressive on this? Maybe even some Huskarls?
Maybe. I don't know why they... Sorry, we're talking about the...
Green player, exactly.
Top
Oh,
flank.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think Goth is like one of the best civs in this 4-line matchup, 4-line team.
Okay,
Right, because Goth are so strong in early Imperial. I find I really like them.
Okay, let's see.
I wouldn't do it in Castle Age if that's what you're asking. I would do it in early Imperial.
So you would just stay for boom, just try to boom and go Imperial Age, yeah? So you wouldn't like play this very aggressively.
Well, maybe I would do knights or some monks or something, harass early, but I wouldn't try to go for like a big decisive move early. I would wanna utilize my early Imperial.
Okay, I do see blue here already trying to wall a lot. Let me go into his point of view and to see a house there coming up. This could actually mean that any possible attempt by green player to actually go aggressive on Castle Age is probably going to be denied, as I cannot imagine that a Goth player will commit a lot to try and break those walls that blue is probably going to make. So maybe not too much action is going to be seen in this flank. Who do you guys think blue is going to sling? Well, in theory, the Persian player, right? In theory.
Yeah.
I would think so, yeah.
Or maybe
Could maybe
Teotins?
sling his pocket, but I like.
He might sling Goths too. Like I said,
Yeah.
sling Goth and early
Yes.
early Imperial is so strong. Because Goth, they have their lineup is pretty much gold free. I mean, it costs so little gold, right? So you could keep spamming it for ages and ages, and it's still cost effective, even though doesn't cost a lot of gold.
Yeah, especially
keep
if you're
It looks
getting
like they've
slinged.
already walled a lot of the map, and I feel like they're not so effective when the map's really closed, which it looks like this will be. So
Yeah, looks like both green and blue have very easy walls right here. I mean, green is almost pretty much walled since Tato is making some walls of himself here. They're probably gonna aim for the team wall, which wouldn't even be that hard. Look at this yellow villager moving into that forest where he would be able to complete this wall here and make their team pretty much team wall. Maybe Teal will be behind their team walls. I don't see how could Teal possibly wall himself. Well, he could, but that would be a lot of work. But again, considering how far away he actually is from red, he's probably gonna be fine, at least at the early castle age. But if there... Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, just a comment. I just noticed Teal's TC. What do you think about that, making a TC on the deer?
Well, I've seen lots of people doing this, and even TCing stragglers. Well, to me it looks really awful, but I mean, lots of people do it, so I do think there's gonna be a nice reason for it. What do you think, Ra?
I'll tell you why it's bad. A lot of players fall for it, but I think it's really bad actually. Because people do it to save on the 100 wood for the mill, obviously. But his wood is gonna run out anyway, so he's gonna need to spend that 100 wood on a lumber camp instead. Right?
Okay.
But now, why is it bad? It's because when he gets to castle age, his wood will be somewhat unprotected.
Yes, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, when Knight Sidekick
completely
running
agree,
in,
yeah.
he's so far away. Well,
Yeah.
in this case, the TC is not really far away from the wood, so it's probably gonna be okay. But it's obviously better to have one TC just close to your wood. I do see here a villager from Teal. He's probably gonna try and steal those boards. I don't know. He's very far away. Those boards are very far away from his TC. What do you think, Ra? Would it be enough to actually lure a board from there back to his TC? Well, looks like a very
Easy.
big distance.
Easy.
Easy.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah,
I
man.
would block them with sheep.
He's got a
safe.
sheep right there, so I think he'll use a sheep as well.
He's gonna use it. Okay.
And
Well,
he's walling. Here we go.
yeah, he prefers to wall this. And okay, if he's going to wall this forward, he could actually make a team wall. Yeah, looks, judging by his lay down palisades, looks like that's what he's gonna try to do. Maybe there will be a small gap there in the middle, which will not affect yellow player, and the rest of the team will only affect Teal himself. You see, there is still a hole here just between him and the yellow player, but it's probably gonna be fine for him.
It's just something I want to point out. Look at the population difference between the teams,
Between the
And-
two Persian players, really. Look at that.
especially the
6.
Persian players.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's because he walked so much for the food. Like I said, I would have walked just a little bit less at least.
Yeah,
But
so
that difference is massive.
yeah, so for the people on the stream who are not too familiar with this game, or with this new score system, you can see here the last number on their scores, it's their population. So as Raj just mentioned, red player here, the Persian player, so the strongest civilization on this matchup, at least when it comes to the start, right? He has 24 population already, and look at the Persian player from the VN team. He's only on 19, so he's 5 villagers behind, which is a big deal at this point of the game, and especially on Land Nomad, where your start is so decisive, right? So I do reckon if this guy gets slinged, he could be able to do tons of damage in here. What you guys think?
Yeah,
I think they're gonna finish the wall before then. Let's see.
But it's only going to be palisades, right? And I mean, the green player, he can
Cup
wall
top.
with houses, but that's pretty much it. It doesn't...
Top, we've got a Vil scuffle going on.
A Vil fight, I do
Looks
see
like-
that here.
Yeah, DK is going to lose a Vil, it seems. Dark Knight.
Will he?
I think so.
can't
Looks
tell
like,
who's
yeah.
ahead.
Looks like, yeah, he's ahead. 26. Yeah, he's behind by 1 HP. So looks like
Yeah.
green player is going to lose the villager if he
running now,
doesn't.
so-
He's running now. I do wonder why didn't green player actually wall that? I mean, he cannot do stone walls. He's goth. Goths
He
do
was
not
trying,
have stone
he was
walls.
trying to, look. He's walled forward, see those houses, and then he kind of got trapped.
I think blue
With
player's
blue's walls.
technique was better. Did you see the way his villager was? Green was just stabbing and blue was doing a slashing movement.
Yeah, exactly. We all know. Yeah.
Okay.
With the belt, right?
Yeah, but no.
Oh, he's slashing now. Now he's.
Yeah, there he goes.
But now he just called his wife to come and help him scare this kid away, and there's no way this villager is gonna do any kind of damage right here. He needs to go away. Look at this. It's even gonna be the woman taking care of this guy. And there you go. Don't mess with with goth women, guys.
But he called his buddy over now.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, yes, I think
maybe I'm not married, but I can get my buddy to help me here.
I can call my gang, and my gang is gonna, it's gonna hit you. Well, looks like they're going back. Anyway, going back to the walls, the problem still stands for green player. He doesn't have any walls in there, and since he's goth, he's not gonna be able to actually stonewall this. He needs to rely on houses, or to rely on a teammate to actually go there and stonewall it for him.
He's actually stuck, MaSmOrRa. I think he can kill both his villagers. Blue can.
Let me see. He actually went away.
Green is stuck on blue's side. Like he can't even get in. He can't get back to his base.
With those two villagers.
Yes, you're totally right, because he actually walled it. Well, he's trying to destroy the wall here and make sure he can actually get in, but that's gonna be hard, yeah. And in the meanwhile, blue has already a few villagers chasing him. He's even trying to wall himself, look at that. He's walling himself. He does want to keep the villager alive. He doesn't give away just one villager.
Epic. I hope he like deletes the wall and then re-walls it and then just walls him in again. Great to see.
So let's see what is blue player actually, what is he trying to do here? Is he just gonna give up on it? Looks like he's just gonna be, or maybe not, maybe not. Oh yeah, that's what he's gonna do. That's exactly what he's gonna do. He just deleted his wall. He's probably gonna put a palisade in here and make sure that green will just stay stuck in there for a long time. So far,
he's gonna make a little arena. He's gonna make an arena
He's gonna
to do.
he wants to fight him one-on-one villager action.
Yeah, this is fantastic.
And he has more HP. This is really nicely done.
Oh no!
Only, yeah, he didn't wall behind. Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, these guys are really committed to this villager fight. Always nice to see teams being so committed to these games. And can we actually see who's blue player? Who is he slinging, or has he started the sling? Probably not. He's only now of feudal age. He will be able to go up. And look at this. I think, yeah, green villager will show blue where his boards were. So green actually still helping blue. Look at that. By escaping there behind the forest, he will show blue player where his boards were all along. And, well, I don't know. This is a little bit too late to know where his boards are, but he's probably still gonna lure them. What do you guys think?
I think it's still free food, yeah. It's good in Castle Edge. Not as good as early, but yeah, still useful.
Okay, let's see. There's still no sling coming in. He actually still needs a lot of wood. He's missing a lot of wood, and I don't think he has the buildings. He does have the blacksmith. I don't see a market so far.
Blue player.
He just did it. He just did it. Yeah, there you go. So
and
he's
another thing to note: we only one player going barracks, and that's Olala.
So let's
dropping
switch
down
back.
a stable as well.
Well, so that's pretty much. Oh la la, yes.
The only one who will see aggression from.
Well, that's probably what we were talking about before. Probably this is the player who is gonna get slinged by the Korean guy, by the blue player. And this is the player who's gonna try and do some damage on the VN team. So far hard to say who's ahead and who's behind, right guys? I mean, we saw some nice and funny villager fighting here, but no one did scouts, it
and
seems.
Look at exchange. He's gonna lose a vill to the boar. This must have been Dark Knight's master plan. He's like, I'm gonna show him where his boars are, and then he's gonna lose vills to the boars. These 2Ks.
He just lost a villager there, really. Indeed. So unlucky for him. He actually found the boars, but those boars were not friendly with him, and he just lost one villager. Vil, no. He just said Vil, no. That probably means take that villager, I'm chasing him. Well, this is could be something really dangerous if they actually don't take care of, right? Having a villager inside, they could do some stables inside. So I do think it's worth it to just chase him, right?
Imagine the goth though, like you get a few barracks in the back of the base and then get to Imperial and just spam units.
Oh my god, yeah, that sounds like a dangerous situation right there.
I
Anyway,
think the biggest thing in this game is Heimdall. Heimdall? I don't know how to say his name.
player
Heimdall,
5,
I
yeah,
don't know, let's go
player
with it.
5.
Teal, yeah. He's really behind Red, and everybody else in the game is even. So if Red capitalizes on that advantage, then that will be the game decider.
Yeah, I'm really
he's
worried for
so
him
far
right now.
behind.
Yeah, he's so far behind, and he does not have any stone walls in front of him. I think he's now gonna try to stonewall, but the red
He's
player already has
stunning.
2 knights. So let's hope that's gonna be fast enough for him, because otherwise he will be in big trouble right there.
Yes.
Yeah, and there you go. Red player already getting his knights out, and Teal really needs to take care of this. If he doesn't start walling exactly where the knights are hitting, he could be in big trouble. But looks like he's gonna be okay since they are only 2 knights.
Yeah. Also important to note, remember when you have the walls like this that go sort of diagonally across the tiles, it takes 2 walls to wall behind instead of just 1.
Instead of just 1, yes, I
Something
know
that
what
he-
you mean. Yeah.
Channel.
Ah, Lou, we've lost Lou, it seems.
It looks like Lou had to go. Thanks, Ra, if you're still listening to this. Thanks for being with us,
Pleasure.
and it was a pleasure, sir. It was a pleasure, and now it's just up to both of us, Jiggsy. Let's give
No
this
problem,
stream the level they deserve.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nope.
Well, after seeing this, the Villa Arena kind of thing,
It's already worth
this
it.
stream deserves. Yeah, it's already been freaking amazing.
It's already worth it. I totally agree with you. Well, looks like a red player is not gonna get lucky in there. Teal was able to
Whacking down
stonewall
the
this
siege.
just on time. Sorry, go again.
He's whacking down a Siege Workshop player behind.
And
So,
he's actually gonna be.
too far away.
We at least we thought he's gonna be the one who's gonna get slinged. So I mean, eventually he's gonna probably kill Teal, or at least do some big amount of damage on him. But good thing actually for the VN team is, even if Teal gets a lot of damage, he actually walled. Is actually walled out from the rest of the team, right? So even yellow.
So true. Yeah.
So even yellow could
really
be
important.
safe, even if red somehow manages to get inside and do any damage on Teal. But anyway,
Yeah, I mean he's walled out, so he could die. But yeah.
he could basically
Minimize the
die.
damage to
Yeah,
the
he could
rest of the team.
basically die. Right, I agree with you. His students though, so he what is he doing there in outpost? So he's probably gonna be fine. I do wonder what is well, maybe these knights now are gonna finally kill this villager. I do think that's
Finally,
what the blue
finally,
player.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
what the blue player is saying right there. Stand a knight here, kill this villager, make sure there's no sneak going on in there.
Yeah.
oh.
Well, really great job from him as well by following all the way and not giving up.
Yep, and making sure, and now he goes back with his villager because he knows the red knights are gonna take care of business. There you go, villager is down. There's no villager more inside the VNSB team. Let's keep following this fight here, Jiggsy, between a Teal and a red player. Red player has a mangonel out, but he's not shooting the villagers. I feel like that's what he should be doing, actually. Yeah, he's still allowing this villager to complete a second layer of stonewall. Not for long though. There you go. He just shot at it, so he's probably not going to be able to complete a second layer of stonewall. But what exactly can Teal do right here, Jiggsy? I mean, he's behind. He's very
he can-
far behind.
He's gonna make mangonels and try and defend for as long as he can, really.
I'm
And
on.
the good thing is he's got stone walls up, so it takes a while. It takes up, it's a pretty big effort to break through stone walls, even with a lot of siege. But
It takes a
Yeah.
whole while, and again, red player mentioning the word sling. I obviously cannot speak Vietnamese, but I'm gonna assume he's asking for his teammate, when is that sling coming? I need the sling to get inside this guy. And he has 2 mangonels, so he will break these walls. That's for sure. What I need to know is what is exactly the Teal player doing to stop this. I see a lot of villagers on stone. Let me go into his point of view. A lot of villagers on stone. He's probably hoping to get a castle up, and by doing that stop
he's
this
only
push.
2 TC. He's only 2 TC, so
same
he's really
thing-
not booming.
Same thing for red player though,
Yeah.
right? He's only on 2 TCs as
that's
far as
true.
I could see.
But
Yeah.
he's the one making the aggression, so
So yeah.
kind of expected. Also, I didn't realize player 4 Milo whacked down a stable as well. His knights are kind of trapped in this center area. That's kind of funny. How they've all walled and he's just running around.
I don't seem to see his knights. Where are his knights? Inside of his own base, you mean?
They're just running around in the middle of the map, attacking walls and stuff.
Yeah, okay. So I'm not gonna
Not
care
doing
too
too
much about
much.
that. Yeah, not gonna
Yeah.
care too much about
Nothing
that.
really to see.
Let me see. What is Steel gonna do to try and stop this? Making an outpost right there. Well, he just lost the old one, so he needs that vision to know what's expecting him from the other side of the wall. But where are the mangonels from red player, Jiggsy? Did he just lose them to that mangonel of teal?
He's moving him up top. It seems.
Yeah, looks
Yeah,
like he's
I
going
don't know.
around, yeah, indeed. But maybe not the best of the options, right? Because there are a few more walls to break in there than
Yeah.
there are actually on that spot. And yeah, he just got there a hit. Player 5 was able to get a hit on that mangonel. Good job by him.
Yep.
He
Mangonel's surviving. So wasted hit.
Yeah, that's pretty much what you want to see happening when you're defending. And by doing that, he's actually going to buy enough time to complete a second layer of stone wall in there. And I think he's actually going to be safe, don't you think? I mean, he's now going to see the aggression coming here from the north side. But he has more walls there, so that means even more time to actually wall. And I think he's going to be fine, at least just for now. I'm going to switch back to exchange point of view. Is he slinging already? Has he started his sling?
No.
We check the achievements just to make sure. Economy. Nope.
I'm stuck on his market. I'm just waiting for him to see coinage.
To see the sling and okay.
Like coinage. Yeah, coinage just pop up and then.
Okay, so he
See,
will start slinging very, very soon. I do see here Olala completing his third town center, I think, too. No, he already had 3. That's probably gonna be his 4th even. I just lost the point of view. Don't know where that is. There you go. That's gonna be his 4th town center. Still desperately trying to get inside Teal player, and I actually don't see Teal doing too much. He's sending here 1 mangonel. He hopes to be able to defend with just 1. Let's hope for him that's gonna be enough. He should have, by now, actually enough stone to make a castle, Jiggsy. Can you check it for me? He actually should have enough stone to make a castle, or at least
No,
soon
he's
enough.
sitting on 500. Still the 2 TCs though, so he's falling further and further behind. We look at, I mean, you think Olala's on 4 TCs, does him on 2 TCs? I mean, come on man, it's basic maths.
Yeah, well,
Behind.
comparing with the yellow player though, he's not too much behind. The yellow player, the other Persian guy on this on this match, on the VN team, he actually caught up, right? Because he probably went for more TC straight away, while Red was actually spending resources on a few knights. I do see.
That's the early siege. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 TCs, making a 4th one is yellow player right now. And so good job by him. He was actually able to catch up a little bit on the economy by actually staying only on booming. And a nice job by teal player, you gotta say here. He was against the Persian guy who was actually really, really ahead of him. And he was able to keep him busy just enough time to make sure he could complete his walls. And at this point, looks like he's pretty safe, Jiggsy. I don't even see where the knights from red player are. I think he's gonna search for the place to hit, but he's not gonna be lucky on that. Because they are wall over.
They've started to sling. It looks like Tato has started to sling Miller, player 4, and Exchange has started to sling Olala. So both teams going for the same strat, sort of the Korean slinging the Persians.
Korean slinging the Persians, indeed. I mean, what do you reckon? I think that obviously being in the pocket, it's actually better to be slinging, right? Because you'll be at least a little bit safer than when you are a flank. And Korean guy only has, he's only now completing this layer of stone wall right here.
Look at this, up top, these walls, he's not going to get them up.
Oh, I do see, this, those 2 knights from yellow that you mentioned before that were actually just wandering around the map. They were able to find a spot to hit. They're gonna kill these villagers. That's gonna be for sure. And actually, green player, if he actually has enough...
Good.
This is so good, and that's what I wanted to see. This green player have enough stone. He almost has stone. Yeah, he could actually buy. He could actually buy stone. Yeah, I would buy. I think that's what it's gonna do. That's what it's gonna do. He has 3 villagers there. He's gonna put them pretty short. Pretty sure he's gonna make this castle here very close to the gold of the blue player. And this could actually be a changing moment. But no, I don't know. He seems to be afraid. I don't know, man. That castle's so conservative, man. Oh, but now he deleted the walls. Go back. Oh, if he would go back for just a split second. He would be actually able to kill that monk. I think he will still, if green gives his teammate the information that the walls are still open, and yellow has just seen this. He can't see villagers. He needs to. Please move there, yellow. Please move, or go straight to the monk.
It's open. Yeah.
I think he's gonna be okay. Oh, why is he GPing?
Oh my god.
He needs to kill the monk. Why are you GPing? I'm afraid. Well, he has students. He has students bonus, so he reckons. Yeah. He could have killed it, and now the gate is open. So unfortunate play here.
Milo is up Imperial Age, so he's gonna be going Paladin. Yeah. Whacking down a ton of stables.
Oh man, but I'm really, I cannot accept what just happened here, man. Yellow player could have done here so much damage. If he would have killed that monk, he could just put a castle in here, block this gold income from blue player. Does he even have another?
No, it could have been so good. Like,
well, let me see. Does blue player actually have another mining camp?
right on that gold.
Let me see. Okay, he does have another mining camp at the back.
Up north. Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, look, imagine how good that would be actually if he would get
He would have been right on his like economy.
Yeah, precisely.
So and think of his walls. You can't really wall behind that. Look how open it is.
Yeah, it's very open, way too open, indeed. So now Blue obviously is aware of the danger. He's gonna stonewall this. One layer is already being made. Second one is on the way, and well, maybe we can even see a third and the fourth layer for all I know, because he does know how dangerous that spot is to him. That's why it would have been so important to actually make a castle in there. Unfortunate for the VN team.
Remember, this is the slinging player, so he's the one he's sort of been pressured so much that his sling is just, it hasn't really come out yet. It's sort of, what, he slung 500 resources versus Tattoo slung 3.7k, so that's a huge
Oh my
difference.
god, what a huge difference in there, yeah. Maybe that's because of this, well, he lost a lot of time with that villager, right? Going there, trying to kill the villagers, doing the walls, etc. I do see here the green player trying to do some kind of push here on the left side to try and actually get inside Blue's base, but actually that place, that left side of Blue's base is actually the safest place of his base, right? I mean, with a few, he can do a few pieces of stone wall right there, and that's not going to cost him too much. Yeah, it's very easy to hold wall behind indeed. The game is just stopped. Let's hope that's not a drop. That's only a pause. I will go inside the game and see what's going on. Let me see.
But if green can secure a corner for them, it'll be good for them as the game goes on. They're going to need to trade eventually, so yeah. And it looks like that's the corner they're more likely to get. It's just paused, right?
It's paused. I'm checking the chat right now, see what people are saying. No Hitler.
Who is the favorite in this match? VN. It's really confusing how we've got VNS and then VN. But yeah, VN, the sort of Argentinian/Spain team.
Okay, looks like we have some Austrian guys in the chat as well. Look at K-Ring saying, "Yo, that Aussie accent representing yo here." So
yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So you feel like you're not alone here, right, Jiggsy?
Boy,
there are people
K-Ring.
supporting you. So in a few, just a few days, you're gonna be famous, man. And I'll be the one who made you famous.
If I can be as famous as you, oh man.
Oh man, Craig is right, Craig is because I am famous. I'm very famous, as you all know.
So famous.
As we all know. Anyway, still a pause. Unfortunately, going back to the game room. Let's hope this is not a drop. No, all the players still inside, so good for us. But anyway, Jiggsy, what do you think, man? Okay, the game is moving on, but what do you think? Who exactly has the advantage here? Checking the score, looks like it is the VNS team. But hard to say, right? Really hard to say.
I absolutely prefer the position of the VN team.
Oh, you mean the
like
Vikingos Nomadas team? Yeah?
Vikingos Nomados.
Nomados.
We're gonna go Vikingos Nomados.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's called Nomadas. Nomadas. I'm pretty sure that's how it's called. But yeah, feel free, man. If you wanna represent your accent here, so just go for what you like, man. Just go for it. Anyway,
Nomadas.
I'm checking out a green player here. He's not gonna be lucky on that push. Well, to be honest, he's not committing a whole lot of resources on that push. He only has one mangonel in there, but he's facing now fortified walls, and blue player is also walling behind it, so it's gonna be just fine. There's not gonna be a problem in there. I think the player we need to concentrate on for now, it's going to be yellow player and the red player. Those are the Persian ones. Those are the ones that are in Imperial Age. And as you can see, yellow player already has Cavalier in here. His population looking good.
Start the game already.
It's a Persian player with sling.
Yes.
Player 4 is a Persian player with no sling.
With no sling, isn't he getting
Player
slung?
2. No. As I said before. Oh no, okay, he is getting sling. But it's so much weaker sling.
A weaker sling, you reckon? And
I'll check for you. We got like, it's almost up to 6k for Tato, and it's only 2k for
big difference
Blue.
indeed. Yeah,
Huge,
big difference. Well, looks like somehow the damage is done on blue, Jiggsy, because blue has now actually left that gold, and seems like he's moving his villagers. He only has like 3 villagers left on that gold, which is a little bit exposed. But well, how good would he have been if he was actually inside blue's base at this point? That would have been so bad for the VNS team.
Yeah. Game changing, really.
What you reckon are going to be the army compositions in here? TyRanT himself is also an Imperial Age. He's even the highest populated player on the VNS team. He's on 120 population, only being surpassed.
Like
VNS
he's gonna go for sort of a Halb. Halbs to counter these paladins, and then oh man, I hope we see TKs.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you, because the strongest civs here are, I mean, the players which are going stronger at the moment are the TyRanTs and the Persians, and both of them are paladin civs. Both have fully upgraded paladins. Well, TyRanTs do not have the speed upgrade, but they have still very good paladins. So, do you think, are we gonna see double paladins in this?
I hope not. Boring.
You hope
Probably
not.
gonna go guns and Halbs. Yeah. He's dropping down a range. We'll see.
That's probably going to be HC. Anyway, looks like a red player was able to snipe out these villagers from yellow player, which were trying to do some kind of forward push here. So nice job at red player. Where is the fighting going on? I don't see any fighting at the moment. Well, there is a fighting here. There you go.
Halbs and yeah.
And Huskar. So let me switch into the point of view from yellow player. Seems like he's the one doing the aggression here, but I don't see him actually being able to do too much damage here, Jiggsy. There are a lot of pikes. They are not helps just yet, but also yellow player does not have paladins
as well. So everyone's economies are really safe. So like I don't think the Goth players can really do too much damage. Like
at least not with
Huskarls.
Huskarls. Yeah, at least not with Huskarls.
Food, please.
Well,
they can do Halbs now, but then they can get countered by a lot of things in this game, so... Like what we were talking about earlier, how they've kind of got a huge advantage early Imperial, because they can just spam units all over the place. When teams are walled like this, and economies are really safe, then that good thing, I don't know, it's 3 AM, I can't really speak.
You're doing just fine, man.
Not as bounced, yeah.
Okay, anyway, seems like the Huskars from Dark Knight are doing some nice job in here. They are killing all the helps and trying to make the way clear for Yellow's players' paladins, who seems to actually going back now. Maybe he's feeling the threat. Yep, look at Teal. He's being pushed here with bombard cannons and halbs and paladins.
Cavalier
I guess
halbs,
soon to be paladins, I think. So yellow players feel like he needs to go down there and help his teammate. He's probably gonna snipe these villages. That would be a nice job, but no, a red player came in just on time. It's probably gonna stop the killing of those villagers if he micros this properly. Yeah, but more walls indeed. What was the Katsuni taunt for that again? 75?
65, isn't it? Oh, those damn walls.
Those damn walls. Yeah, let me don't speak.
More walls. Great.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. I want our viewers to hear.
Great.
More walls, great indeed. I want our viewers to hear the sexy voice.
That is Katsuni taunts.
To hear the sexy voice of stream legend Katsuni, which is right now, if I'm not mistaken, is streaming on Voobly official. If you guys want to go there and check it out.
stay here. Don't tell them that. Stay
You can also just stay here and enjoy
You know,
this.
you can go on both and just, you know, stop the viewers and then
Yeah.
just mute theirs and then just watch ours. Yeah, that's
Yeah, that will work as well. You know, just keep supporting the community, guys. It's gonna be worth it. Anyway, it looks like we have a pause again, unfortunately. Again, going back to the game room, looks like everyone's still inside, so probably just a pause and nothing more than that. Again, looking at the chat. They both seem decent.
Really
Yes,
interesting, man.
Dr. Jack,
VNS.
both of them are very decent. Do believe me, man. Both of them are very, very easy. I think the VN team is even. I mean, if you leave behind the top 8 teams, I mean the top seeded teams, VN is probably right after those teams. Jiggsy, what do you think? Maybe
Right up there, yeah.
There's
no doubt about it. Yeah, they're a really strong team, yeah.
I mean, I would mention Nadia's boys, which is also top tier 2 team,
Well,
I would
yeah,
say.
like I'd have to kind of go through the list to actually say, like, you know, who the top 8 teams are.
So the top 8 seeded teams, I
Who are the
can,
seeded teams?
yeah, I can tell you guys that. Well,
Just while we've got this pause.
yeah, well, since we have a pause anyway. If you guys want to check, by the way, if you guys want to check all of the brackets and anything else on this tournament, do visit wsvg.net. That's where all the brackets are and lots of other information about the team members, about the matches. Do go there and tell me if the game is running, Jiggsy, because I'm not inside anymore.
I shall.
Okay, so let me tell you guys who the top seeded teams are on this tournament. Well, I can tell a few of them by heart. That's going to be TyRanT Legends, of course. TyRanT Warlords.
Who are they again? Wait, I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with
TyRanT
these
Legends. TyRanT Legends.
No, I haven't heard of them. No.
Yeah, I bet you haven't. I bet you haven't. TyRanT Warlords, SY team, the winners of the Nations Cup, which we are expected. We are all very, very excited to actually see how well are they
Eagerly
gonna do.
anticipating how they can
Yeah.
go versus TyRanT.
How
Yeah,
well
really.
will they do against these TyRanT teams? Because none of these TyRanT teams, at least not in this composition, has played the Nations Cup. So it's still a mystery how good they actually are. Anyway, moving back, we have the L Clan team, was also a top 8. Dreamers.
Game is going. By the
Game
way.
is going. Okay, then let me switch back to the game.
Yeah, if you want to go. Yep.
Switching back to the game, I think the viewers are more interested
We
in the
shall
game than
continue.
on the top 8 seeded teams. And it's
Continue
yellow.
these top 8 seeded teams later. Yeah.
Yeah, I can do it later, exactly. And it's yellow player and red player with paladins, as you can see. But still, the red player has a lot more paladins than the yellow player. I think that's because the yellow player lost so many cavaliers back then to the halberdiers from the from who was it? From the orange player, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, I don't see too much army from the green player here, Jiggsy. They do not have any siege back on this zone, so they cannot.
It's got a lot of Husker stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
so
yeah.
they can't do any heavy push at this moment, but they do have a lot more of army. And green play is not totally walled. Actually, that TC is pretty vulnerable, and it could actually be killed soon enough. Maybe orange player needs to move in with some villagers, which he is doing. Orange player here bringing some more vills into the fight. He's gonna make some buildings in there. But obviously, when you have a red player, I mean Persian player, you're probably gonna expect to be him doing the siege, right? Because Goth do lack on good siege units. They do not have siege rams, for example. What do you think?
No Rams. Yeah. Yep. Yep. You said it, mate. You said it.
Look at these
siege rams
walls.
makes
Look
sense.
at these walls from Teal, man. Look at these walls. It's like five layers of stone walls, I think. Even though Teuton has like 6 or 7 bombard cannons here, he does have a castle. Even he's gonna have a hard time breaking through those walls. I'll let you guys know that.
Frustrating. And he's gonna have onagers behind it, so he's just gonna. Rams aren't gonna be able to do anything.
Oh, you're so right. Yeah, he also has onagers. He's in Imperial Age and with a very nice population, Jiggsy. He's 160 population, so probably soon enough he's even gonna be able to have siege rams. I do think so. Let's. I'm gonna go for.
He's even walling the forest, so he's like a little paranoid that maybe the Teuton player's going siege onager. But
Yeah,
no,
look at that siege
no,
onager.
that's what-
80% upgraded. He's
Look at
almost.
this huge fight up north, and it's sort of hit just before. Like, I feel like player 8, Made in Cholo, wasted a lot.
A lot of
He had
damage.
champion upgrade coming, and he sort of engaged, you know,
Too soon, yeah.
Too early.
Okay, the problem seems to be that the red player does not have enough paladins here. Yellow player has a lot more paladins. Where are your paladins, red? Well, red is a long way from the fight. Go ahead.
He was like around that area, wasn't he? And then he sort of ran down the bottom and...
Yeah, he probably couldn't decide himself where he actually wants to be.
At this and I was thinking, red's got a lot more paladins there, but
Yeah,
really
that,
not.
we actually commented on that before, that red player had a lot more paladins because yellow player actually lost a few of them to the early helps from the goth player. Yeah, the goth, good thing the goth has a lot of barracks just close to the fight. He's bringing a lot of helps, a lot of champs, a few paladins more from red player coming, but there's no denying it, Jiggsy. The VN team has won this fight. They killed pretty much all of the army from the goth player, the orange player. And nice fight from there, right there. They were also fighting just close to their castle, which...
Another thing that we should note, player 1 is now Imperial Age, and he's absolutely not slinging anymore.
What about Tato? Is he still slinging? Because Tato is still Castle Age, still not... And is he still slinging, yeah?
Yeah.
He still is slinging, okay. Look at this number of halberdiers from the green player. As we mentioned before, as Jiggsy said before, all of the players are wolved in this game, so it's not, there's not really a point in going Huskarls, since Huskarls can only do damage to economies, but they will die very terribly to paladins. So that's, I think this is a good decision, right, Jiggsy, to just go for halbs, make sure he can kill the paladins from the other team, and let the paladins from yellow kill the champions from the orange player. So maybe orange should start thinking on switching to fully halves. What do you think?
Yeah, well, he was going champs to counter the Huskarls, which would have worked brilliantly, but unfortunately, in team games you have allies who can counter your units, and yeah, he's getting countered hard by the paladins. So
well,
yeah, just pure help, whatever.
Well, it seems like they are still being able to hold this ground. They're not being pushed back as it is.
Happening on the bottom though. It's happening.
Okay, let's change back to the bottom. Looks, yeah, looks like Teal player hasn't been wasn't able to hold all of this siege and Boburn towers and castles and Boburn canyons. He wasn't able to stop all of that, and who can blame him? That's a lot of units right there, and
He's doing a good job. Like it's still walled, I think.
Somehow still managing to keep 2 players outside his walls. I also wonder, why are they pushing through that narrow space? I think further down south would be a little bit easier.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I know.
And maybe just have the Teuton guy moving in with siege honors. I don't know. Anyway, let's see what
What the hell? He's open. He's what?
What is he open? Where is he open?
Oh my god! Look at this. Heimdall has a gate there, and he has a villager that's opening the gate. So his paladins just ran in. I don't think
Wait. I don't see him. What are you talking?
No, okay. It happened. It was there for a minute. Like a villager was idle in the gate.
Okay, because one paladin just ran inside.
So
I see.
Paladins ran in and like I think maybe killed a bombard cannon or something. So yeah, not too big of a deal. Important to note again. I mentioned this earlier, but the corner. So they don't have a corner. VN team don't have a corner, so they're trading sort of. Isn't as good as the VN.
Yeah, they aren't even trading, to be honest. And while the VNS team,
starting.
Yeah, VNS team has a lot of markets, and I see a lot of trade cards. Yeah, trade cards, a lot of them. You do see here green player trying to get inside, but that will be hard. They are bombard towers there from Korean. They are onagers, soon to be siege onagers. That's what I'm guessing at least. I'm gonna move to the heavy fight here again, and looks like slowly but surely the VN team is gaining some terrain here, is gaining some ground, and good thing to note, elephants, war elephants, a very, very important switch to make, which I feel like you need to do at some point on a land nomad game, Jiggsy.
Well,
what do you think?
If they went straight elephants, it could have been pretty interesting, yeah.
It's always, players are
always kind of go paladins first, because war elephants take so long to get going.
Yeah, it's really hard. You really need a very strong economy. But then again, this could be a little bit risky for yellow because they do not have any trade. So, and elephants do consume a lot of gold, as we all know. So let's hope for him that he's gonna be able to keep pumping those elephants. Maybe the red
food heavy unit than a gold heavy unit.
How much gold do they cost? 80 or something?
It's the same as I believe, 75.
75, okay, not that much then. Okay, sorry about the mistake. But
200 food, so yeah.
But was probably also a mistake. He did switch to elephants, but he didn't do a whole lot of them, did he? I only saw like 6, 7, maybe 8 elephants. And if you really want elephants to do a major damage, I think you do need to pump like 20 of them and have them attacking together, Jiggsy. Because
Sort of mass up,
yeah. Well, red player did lose a lot of his army there, but look at the numbers from the Goth player. He has so many units, really impressive.
Lots of Huskarl.
Lots and lots of Huskarl indeed. I actually wonder why is he switching to Huskarl and actually not making champions. I think champions would be a better idea. Since he already has the Halbs in there, Halbs are gonna take care of the red player paladins. Which, to be fair, there aren't a whole lot of them left. I only see 3 paladins in here, and there's no way the orange player can stop himself. The yellow and the green player.
You can't kill elephants and a ton of infantry like that.
Indeed, I will switch back slowly back south. And look at that, Jiggsy. As we said before, red player should have pushed on the other side. That's what he did. He is inside Teal. He is inside Eel. Yeah, look at this. There are helps, there are paladins, there are siege rams. What are you gonna do now, Teal? And to be fair, on the north, it's also opened. Both guys managed to go inside there as well.
Yeah,
and I do...
Cloaked Teutonic Knights, I love it.
Yeah, some Teutonic Knights fully upgraded, not fully upgraded, still missing the last attack up ground. And no elite, of course, yeah, sorry about that. No, not fully at all.
Only 2 castles though, so he's not really gonna...
Yeah, so my excitement took the better out of me on there. So not fully upgraded, far from it to be honest. But they are pushing strong, they are pushing from 2 sides. And obviously yellow, Teal needs to relay on yellow to help him. But I only see 2 elephants for so far and maybe 3 paladins. And that's it. What up? I do think that Tato needs to get back in this game as soon as he can, Jiggsy. Because otherwise, this will be a 4 versus 3 situation.
It is, well, it's... I'll check for you to see if he's slung any more, player 1. Because I'm not really sure what he's doing. He's slung a little bit more. Not really. Like,
well, but
where is player 1, man? Like, he's...
Well, he does have bombard towers there and onagers there at the top, making sure the trade route for the VN team will not be the most optimal one. Yeah. But look at this, red player just moving in, destroying teal player totally, as teal player seems to be completely useless and defenseless against this push from red and from gray player. All of his TCs are garrisoned. He does have halberdiers, but those halberdiers are being killed by the grey halberdiers himself, which behind himself also has bombard cannons in here. Tough spot here for teal player, Jiggsy. What could he actually do? He needs to relay on yellow, right?
Well, like with these walls, it makes it so hard for help to come, you know? Like, just the way the map's been generated. With these trees, with these cliffs, it's kind of... Like we mentioned earlier, he's sort of stuck.
So we have
a huge chunk of economy.
Yeah, we have 2 kinds of situations here. We do see the VN team pushing here on the north side of the map, or maybe in the center. Tato is helping now with bombard towers and a lot. Oh my god, a lot of army from Goth. Look at this. Please check for me the largest army. This is gonna be 80 or maybe 90 units. A lot of units. Trebuchets as well, cleaning everything he sees through the way. Huge army. How much army was that?
He's sitting on 98 currently.
Oh my god, 98 units. Yeah, that's really nice. That's very nicely done.
To get a nice game like this to start off with.
Yeah, looks like yellow has managed to put a castle down. He's trying to put his second castle down. Seems like red was trying to deny it. He kind of gave up on it now, and that castle looks like it's gonna go up. Good thing, but teal lost a lot of population. Well, maybe not so much as I actually thought. He's still on 150 population, as you can see here, guys. So, well, he does have a lot of army.
It's really hard to stop this, though. Like, player 5 has been hit really hard, but how are they gonna stop this?
Yeah.
This Goth Rush plus Elephants plus BBT.
Yeah, the bad thing is they at this point the VN team only have 2 players fighting. It's green and yellow, because teal has been hurt a lot and Tato was slinging for most of the time. he is now doing bombard towers. I don't see any other army from him, but maybe that's enough, Jiggsy, to just keep spamming those bombard towers and do a lot of trade and make sure you sling your teammates with your trade. And checking the scores, it looks like for the first time in the game, the VN team was able to actually go take the score lead. And they're actually pushing here very nicely on the north, Jiggsy, because, again, orange player is totally alone there.
Finally, we're seeing elephants from Olala.
Elephant.
And probably the best counter to elephants is elephants of your own.
Yeah, indeed. And since yellow player actually did that switch a little bit earlier, he obviously has a lot more of units. How many castles does red player have? Does he actually have enough of them? 1, 2, 3, 4. He's making his fourth one, if I'm not mistaken.
Making his fourth. With a few more bills now.
I think that's okay, but, well, 5 would be optimal. But again, it's still pretty much orange versus the world in here. Now there is Korean here trying to help him. He does have some few bomber cannons, making a few bomber towers as well. But hard to say if that's gonna be enough. Really hard to say, because still more and more army coming in from a green player. And now that he knows that he can actually get inside the economy, he has switched back to Huskarls. What do you think about this, Jiggsy? I think it's actually a good idea, right?
Well, yeah. Again, I think champs, maybe? I'm not sure. I think they both kind of serve the similar purpose.
You would have
Huskarls
preferred,
don't really-
yeah.
No, I think Huskarls are probably a better option.
Yeah, look at
Similar, so it doesn't matter too much.
look at the minimap. I only see green dots coming in here into the middle. Lots of army from him. He must have a very strong economy, so very nice play from him. He's even now trying to face the castles from the red player, which built them rather forward. This is maybe was a little bit of a mistake, but, well, there are lots of elephants in there. But yeah, well, elephants are not Cobra cars, though. They cannot kill that amount of Huskarls. Look at those Huskarls, man. Look at that. And he's also mixing in some halberdiers as well. So I think he's gonna be able to kill this castle from red player, which again will be really bad for the VN for the VNSB team. Sorry about that. I'm switching back to the south, Jiggsy. It looks like it has stabilized for the VN team in there as well.
Elephants from Milo managing to stave off this attack. Very well done.
Okay, so
yeah, it means play 5 is going to be able to recover. It's also like economies haven't really been touched, so we've seen a lot of like to and fro, but the only economy that's been touched was player 5, and he's stabilized and rebuilt, so we're kind of back stalemate-y again.
Yeah, he has stabilized. He's back on 190 population. He has a very good amount of army here, bomber cannons. He has siege onagers as well, and he will be able to clear all of this, I think so, because there's not enough army from the VNSB team here to somehow stop this. I'm switching back to the middle of the map. One castle seems to be down for the Persian player, and I don't see how can red players stop this other castle from going down, as there are 2 trebuchets hitting this, and he just does not have enough army, Jiggsy. He's now switching back to paladins because he maybe knows.
To get some army count up, yeah. Well,
yeah,
he has
because he needs numbers. Yeah, he does need more numbers. He's doesn't seem to have enough army. His population is rather high, but still not enough army. That's the way I feel, at least.
Because with like a Putin ally and faith, elephants can, like, you know, take a serious hit to Wallows. Like, it takes a lot of monks to convert them.
He does have a lot of elephants queued up. Look at that. Well, he has just built another castle, I think. So at this moment he actually still has 4 castles. It's probably, yeah, he's gonna lose this one. He's only on 61 HP, so there's no way this castle is gonna stay up. And then he will be left with 3 castles. And considering how slow elephants are, I do think he needs to mix back against some paladins in there. Jiggsy, what do you think?
Yeah, I think so, maybe. I think if he has to mix in paladins, then that puts his team at a huge disadvantage. So, like, he wants to be going just elephants, basically.
Anyway, look at this.
Paladins are sort of wasted for base versus this many helms. They just die.
Looking here further to the north again, looks like the bombard towers from the Korean player were able to do their job. There are also siege onagers with that crazy range of 8+3. These Korean onagers are, well, nothing short of a cheat, I would say. It's almost a cheating with this huge, viscosity, pure filth indeed. And they are taking care of business here, and they were able to stop the push from the Goth player, which now seems to have lost a lot of army, and he's down to 140 population. So he must have lost a lot of numbers in there.
He can just queue up 5 barracks and it'll be 200 in no time.
Yeah, that's the other thing. You're totally right. And well, looking good again for the VNS B team here at the north side at least. As
Look at the bottom looking really bad now. Halbs and elephants and siege coming in.
yeah, they're doing some nice push in here, and oh, yeah, there's, well, I don't know, I just see a lot of bombard towers there. I think they're gonna be fine for the moment at least.
Scroll through the VNSB trade line. It's just ugly.
The VNS trade line, yeah, they are stucking a little bit in here, Oh, and then look at this, oh man, but look at this. This here is really bad. Just where a red space here, these houses are blocking a whole lot of the trade. This is really not optimal now.
The blue
Yeah.
houses.
Looking at the VN team, well, their trade is not very big, as I mean, they're not trading too far away, so they are trading less gold each time. But on the other hand, they have a pretty much straightforward trade. They are not getting jammed too much. Well, somehow I see one paladin here, Jiggsy, from a red player on the trade of VN team. I actually wonder how did a paladin got inside there.
Sneaky paladin somehow. He's not really
paladins.
going to be able to do too much.
Yeah,
He'll chase one trade card all the way and then maybe kill one every 5 minutes.
Okay, and let's switch back here to the fight on the middle of the map. It's Goth player with a lot of halberdiers, which seem to be a little bit powerless against all these bombard towers and siege onagers from the Korean player. He is reproducing them. He's yeah, looks almost like a cancer, so to speak. So many bombard towers coming up from the Korean player, and I do wonder what exactly is Tato doing this game, Jiggsy. I haven't seen too much from him.
He's still slinging. He's slinging now, I think. I think he's just been slinging and building bomber towers.
He's still
I'll have a look
slinging.
at his village account. Village account's 191. So yeah, he's
191. Oh my god, yeah. Well, so he's still slinging for sure. I still feel like he could be doing pretty much the same as blue player is doing, just laying down more bombard towers all over the place.
BBT and onagers. Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty much what the blue player here is doing. And once again, VNSB team is able to get the score lead. Look at this, and it is looking a little bit better for them. This push in the middle is over for the VN team. There are a few amount of elite elephants here, elite war elephants from the red player, and the Korean guy from the VNSB team, the orange player, seems to be healthy again with a nice amount of army as well. He's on 200 population, and I wonder what's happening with green player Jiggsy. He's only on 130.
Look at his build. I think he's relying heavily on this link from Tato because he's only got 87 villages at the moment. Like, he hasn't been raided or anything, has he? Like,
I didn't see anything, at least. No, I did not see anything. I do see here a few dead villagers. Looks like he didn't notice this mining camp from green player. I think it was his main goal even. These bombard cannons seem to have killed already so many villagers in there, and I'm pretty sure green player didn't notice that. Then again,
amazing.
that's very good job. Just making few units.
Snipers.
Yeah, just making few units, but strong units. That's what the blue player is doing for the VNSP team, and that's what I'm missing a little bit from Tato. Which, to be honest, he now has a few bombard siege oranges of himself and bombard cannons as well. So I think this could be good. This could be good for the VNT. I'm moving.
I've seen blue players walking down a lot of barracks. Check. He's got updates on it.
What you think is he gonna do?
Just
Is it gonna be champions or halberdiers?
Just
I think it's gonna be halberdiers.
I
Yeah.
haven't actually seen him make any. I think he'd be better off with villagers and then maybe slinging the Goth player.
Well, I will scroll through the VNS guys. Red player seems to be hurting a little bit for gold. Not the case on Nyok. On Grey player, he does have 1000 gold. What about exchange? Yeah, he also hurting a little bit for gold. So seems like the trade is not
All
really
hurting.
paying off a lot, and also made in Chortle with a lot of
Finally,
problems.
They're
With
cleaning it up now. Here we
they're
go.
cleaning up. Okay, very
VNS
nice job.
Xing, and they're gonna delete. Yeah.
Yeah, because it
Funny
really
how
looks.
he's Xing all and then not deleting his own houses.
Well, that's interesting indeed. They can delete all of this. They don't need these archery ranges here, these barracks, because all of them are very far away from the battle. So they can actually delete all of this and make sure their trade route is clean, is straightforward, and their trade cards are not jamming into each other. I'm gonna go back to the middle of the map, Jiggsy, and yep, seems the situation has turned once again. And it's the VNS B team pushing here. I don't see too many units at this point, but there are bombard cannons from both orange and blue player. There are siege onagers, there are monks, there are a lot of monks from Teutons with a range upgrade as well. So if Teutons actually, well, I don't know, obviously the VN team also has Teutons, so it's gonna be hard to actually convert those elephants, but
It'll take a lot. It'll take a lot of time.
it takes a lot of time indeed,
They
but
still will obviously convert, but yeah, it's not like in a normal game monks can kind of do alright.
yeah, I
Work
agree
pretty
with you.
effectively. They're not going to be all that effective.
Well, they do have a 9 plus 3, 12 range. That's really a lot of range for monks. But then again, it looks like Green is back into the game. He has is now back on 200 population, almost 210, and look at that amount of helps. Look
There it
at
is, man.
that.
Yep.
There he is
you go.
back in the game, and he's probably gonna work all of these elephants from red player, which, to be fair, there are not many of them left. So maybe they will be able to turn this around once again.
Then once again, the player 8 will probably just start queuing up his barracks, and then we'll see it turn again.
I do wonder what would the best strategy be for this. Maybe they need to concentrate their push on one place and just wall the other, because like this seems like they are pushing on two sides but not really committing a whole lot to it, right? And I
would love
don't
to see Knock go Teutonic Knights. I think that would be a great choice.
Teutonic Knights, and just like that, look at this, just like that, situation turning once again. Looks like now it's the VN team pushing back here in the middle. I do think they need a few more trebuchets or bomber cannons, because
look,
they need to take care of these bomber towers.
Player Dark Knight is in. The economy is not walled. And he can't even siege Onager. On Ninja.
Where is Dark Knight in?
They're Xing.
The Xing.
You'll see it. Where that gold mine was, where he was sniping bills on that gold mine.
Oh yes, I do see it. I do see it, and he's getting in with Huskars as well. I also see blue players sending in a lot of villagers. He's gonna try to wall all of that, but I don't think so. I don't think green player is gonna allow him to. He has a few mountains of Huskars there. He's sending in more things. Yeah, this is maybe. This is maybe the turning point, right? We do need a siege onager to just cut through someone's forest, and that's what Tato has done here with this siege onager, allowing green player to go inside blue's base. Has he managed to wall it back? No, I think there is still a hole there on the south. We will see it now. Yes, there is still a hole. Green player is still able to get inside blue's base, and maybe this is the moment where, I don't know, maybe y'all should send a few elephants inside, Jiggsy?
Look, he's walled off the economy, so it's not really too bad. Like look how many bills he has in this space. It's like 10 bills maybe, less. Even.
You mean the blue player, yeah?
Yeah. So he walled off the large part of his economy. I'm not.
Okay, on the bright point as well, the trade is very far away from where green is actually now, and they are walling it as well. Look at blue player laying down some panic walls in here. Those are a lot of walls, but here, well, nothing is too much when it comes to protecting your trade, right? So they are going to walls. Yeah, there's no such thing as too much walling. You will just do it, and that's it. There's no coming back.
Look at this cavarch from VNS knock in the middle of the map. It looks so funny.
Cavalry Arch, I don't think I can see that.
Yeah, no point. Don't bother.
Anyway,
bottom side, pushing really hard. Monks, elephants, and siege rams. Really strong push.
Oh my god, indeed. There are a lot of monks, there are a lot of rams and elite war elephants, and seems like Teal is pretty much alone defending this. He once again needs to rely on the yellow player to come here and help him with this push, as we have another pause.
Really, just never having enough elephants, it seems. I don't know.
Yeah, and once again, VN team
170 villages. Ooh, that's a lot of vills.
and yellow just took the, the VN team just took the score lead again. So very, very, very close matchup in here.
Yeah.
Really hard to
It's
say who's
still
winning this.
Stalematey, and it's still really close. Yeah.
This could probably be good for the green player. He's very, very close to the trade line now, but he has a gate in there
You mean
stopping
to the
him to get inside.
You mean the corner?
Yeah,
on the trade
at
line?
the north. Yeah, well, he has a few
Yeah, the
halves.
north, yeah.
Yeah, the problem is that's only halves, so halves take well, they will not be able to destroy this gate. But again, looking
Halves
at the
take a while, kill fortified walls.
yeah, they will take a while. I do
time.
think so as well. But there is a Huskarl there from orange player, and if he's not careful, he's gonna open the gate. That's what he just did. But close it on time. No. All the halves are gonna get inside. That's what it was. All the halves are gonna get inside, and a green player is stopping. He's just staying there, make sure the gate is open. But there's not too much reinforcements to expect from any of his teammates, and the halves alone are not gonna cut it. I think, Jiggsy.
Completely agree. Yep.
But once again, moving here further down to the south. What's with the trade?
Trade line. VN team. I mean, they have so many carts. It's just like clogging now.
Yeah, look at this area.
Really
Their
need
trade
to-
is not looking good
So
anymore.
they've deleted some markets, so their trade's sort of idle a bit. They'll notice that though.
Yeah, and the problem for them is still they don't have a corner, right? They could, well,
No.
to be honest, the corner is a forest, but
Well, I
still they could make markers in here where blue player is just resting there with 3 bombard cannons. So actually very nice job by him there, making sure the VN team cannot go there.
Well, let's look how much gold they're getting. So they're getting around 70 gold for their markets.
Oh, really? It's not that much. I reckon
The Vietnamese team are getting
over 100 probably.
220.
220! I mean, they're 3 times more.
120. No. 100.
Oh my god. Okay. That would be crazy. That would be very, very crazy. Anyway, seems like teal player does not have the answer for this right now, Jiggsy. Yellow queuing up a few elephants in there, okay. But then again, what are they gonna do against the monks? Well, where are the monks, to be honest? I saw a lot of monks, but looks like only one of them is left.
The helps killed them. Yeah.
But still, these rams are doing the job here. I do think so. And yeah, look at Teal's population, slowly but surely dropping. He's now only on 170 population. Yeah, Yellow is coming in now with his elephants. Let's. Do you think are this gonna be enough, Jiggsy? If Red actually micros his army properly, I don't think they're gonna be enough because there are a lot of helps there also from Grey player.
We'll see. I think it will be enough.
You think it's enough, yeah? I don't think... well, if he had more monks, that would be not enough for sure.
No monks. There are just no monks. Yeah.
Let's see. Well, looking good so far, looking good. Red doesn't seem to be concentrating his army on the right place. He has a few elephants of his own, but they are fighting at the wrong place, I reckon. They need to somehow... he needs to put them all together and attack together with Grey player.
Oh, cutting again. Tato's cutting in once more.
But look at that, Jiggsy. On the middle of the map, it's a red player again pushing in with rams. He was able to kill all of those walls, and there are cavalry archers. He's gonna lose castles indeed, and he has a whole lot of elephants there. He has a lot of monks as well, which he needs to take care of, otherwise they will die to that TC. And cavalry archers, but I think that was just a misclick because they have no upgrades whatsoever, and it's not even heavy. It's not even heavy cavalry archers. But anyway, they are trying to get as close as they can to the trade over the VN team. They're still pretty far away, unfortunately for them. But anyway, nice push. Every single push will...
Nice. They can kill 2 muscles. That's brilliant.
Yeah, that's already a nice job done. I agree with you. And every little push takes the attention away from your opponent from other key points of the map, right? So I think that's good indeed. And as you mentioned before, let's switch back to the north. That's Tato there, opening the forest, opening those walls, but this time looks like player 8 is ready to stop that. He has a lot of castles there. He has bombard towers from player 1 as well. But no army. No army, only castles and bombard towers. Is that gonna be enough? I don't know, man. I don't know.
Lots of barracks there from made in Cholo. Lots of idle army as well from Cholo at the moment.
And look at that, one Huskar killing all of these onagers. 3 are already dead, a 4th one probably.
Oh my.
Yeah, this is so annoying. This is so annoying for Tato. Look at that. One Huskar was able to kill 5.
8 onagers. No,
Yeah,
then
and
the
now
2
this is
houses
gonna
back
be
as
the
well.
other
That's
one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
Am I counting 9?
Yeah, it could be 9. It could be 9. I mean, onagers, very powerful units, but this is their the problem with them. They cannot defend against close-ranged units, and well, that's pretty much what's just happening there. Tato losing a lot of resources by allowing his siege onagers to die, just like that. Anyway, seems the push is over in there. These bomber towers were able to kill all of it. Well, there are still a few Huskars left there on the north side of the map. But I think Orange player can deal with it once he actually sees it by sending a few paladins. A few champions.
I think we may see them securing a corner eventually.
You
It looks
think-
like it's probably gonna happen fairly soon, maybe. Pushing from up from that sort of the bottom and then pushing up and then kind of.
I see what you mean. Somehow
Sandwiching,
securing
yeah.
here the trade. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
Maybe.
But see, look at that push, Jiggsy. Look at the push from gray in the middle, from red. Sorry, in the middle of the map. It looked like it would die very fast, but no, sir, no can do. Look at that. Still has a lot of elephants in there, a lot of siege rams as well. And Milo doesn't seem to have the answer for this, at least not at this point. He's
Losing those castles really is gonna hurt Miller. I'll check him. How many castles does he have?
Yeah, a
4 castles.
lot of monks.
Yeah, 4 castles.
I think this is really a very nice job by the VNS team, which again takes the score lead. Guys, look at that VNS team taking the score lead once again. And but look at that, man. A lot of elephants. And the good thing, there are monks. Even if these monks don't convert any units, they are healing. They are healing these elephants, which is also very, very important. Yeah, looks they are relying on the Goth player to somehow stop this push, but only helps. I'm not sure only helps are gonna cut it, Jiggsy. Think that's gonna be enough? Well,
the Scorpion helps aren't gonna be that great.
yeah, well, to be fair, that's a whole ton, not to use another word, that's a whole ton of halves in there. He's back on 200 population and only halves. Oh my god, there's like 50, 60 halberdiers there, I reckon. But yeah, it's elephants, man. It's elephants.
Scouts coming in for the monks, try and snipe the monks. See how he
Oh,
goes.
and they will be able to, I think they will be able to
Maybe,
well, 2 of them still
Yeah.
alive, but he killed the whole of them. But okay, but look at the health. So, well, many of them are now dead. And a red player not left with too many elephants, but he's still bringing some more. His castles are very close to that fighting point, which is very good for him, right? Look at this. These 2 castles are very close from that middle, so he can keep sending in elephants. But I don't know. But I don't know about this now, Jiggsy. There are a lot of helps, and there are also elephants from yellow player. So looks like that push is gonna fail once again for the red player.
Yeah, and it wasn't for nothing. Like they've sort of gained some ground, built some castles. Every little bit helps, and stay on the place.
Every little bit helps indeed.
And still about a really good trade line for the VN team. Oh, look at the blockage. Oh, so like of the trade.
On the VN team, yeah, I see here some blocking, some heavy blocking here. Here looks even worse,
VNS.
yeah. Look at this, just because of the mining camp, I think, right?
1 mining camp, right?
Yeah, just because of
That's
this.
also a
mining-
real choke point. The mining camp, yeah.
Yeah, unfortunate
see
thing
path.
for them. Let's hope they see this soon enough, because it's really blocking a lot. Look at that, look at that. Oh my god. The rest of the trade looks actually okay. Maybe here at this forest further down, you know, there's a very tight spot there between the forests, and they are jamming a little bit in there as well. But I think the worst point is clearly this one with the mining camp in here. They are now Xing that spot. Well, I do see here a few petards, but oh my god, Green, you're not gonna be able to push into that with only 2 petards. Those are 45 walls, so he'd need a whole lot of them. He has a 3rd and a 4th one coming as well. But on the other hand, there's no army left from blue player there, so I think in time they will be able to put their markets, Jiggsy.
A siege workshop in Onager, so it'll take time.
It will take time indeed, but there is another
Like, it's
petard.
sort
Yeah, he's bringing them in one by one. Anyway, let's go back to the fight. As I see, the Goth player was able to get a few units in green player space.
Yes, nice. I see this. I see it.
Where is the hole, man? I don't see any hole, though. I don't see any hole. How the hell was
maybe
he?
a villager opened the gate or something?
Yeah, that's my only explanation
Maybe
as well.
Maybe he quickly walled it. I'm not sure. Yeah.
But I reckon that's a very nice fighting point. If they can actually push straight through there and be able to push through the
Yeah,
that
they're right on
place.
the trade.
Yeah, they're so close to the trade. That would be very, very good for me. And look at this. A few Huskarls killing. Well, they are fighting. I don't know if they are actually killing any trade units. But I reckon there are not enough Huskarls to do a big damage here, Jiggsy. I think so, at least.
Nah, a little annoyance. Build some economy. And make you focus elsewhere, you know. So.
Yep. I'm now on the north side of the map, watching the push from blue player and from orange player together. They are cleaning this army from the green player, and they will slowly push through this. I do think so. I just think Koreans maybe should go hand cannoneers. Would it be an option? Because they are facing so many helps from the Goth
Lots
player.
of onages, yeah. You'd have to micro and watch them really carefully. But oh, this trade. Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Is it still bad?
Just look at it. It's
You're talking about the V. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus Christ. Look at this trade. Oh my
like
god.
a whole, my screen's almost like filled with
Yeah,
trade.
pretty much. If I put my screen just in the middle of it, all of them is filled with trade cards. And all of this just because one mining camp. Okay, the spot there is tight as well. They could try and cut this with siege onagers, but
Could at least have villagers kind of cutting away. build
yeah,
some more
yeah,
camps
at least
there.
something, because it's really painful to watch that. It's really painful to watch this. Look at that. Anyway, let's move into the fighting again. Here at the south, seems nothing big is happening. A bit of a stalemate has pretty much the whole game. A few elephants here from yellow, from Milo, fighting the bombard towers from Korean player and from the Teutons player. I do see Korean doing champions. I also think this is a good option. I mentioned before hand cannoneers, but also champions are a good option in my opinion.
This will work. Yeah, I think it's a great option. Yeah.
Okay, but then again, Jiggsy, look at this. Red player once again pushing through that same spot, through the middle, but this time there are a lot of units from the Goth player helping, and he made a 3rd castle in there. So he's gonna be even more effective with his army. He's gonna get there a lot faster than he was used to. And
VNS looking really strong now. Really, really strong.
yeah, the problem for them is still that place, well, they are pushing nicely, but they are still they're still very far away from any economy or let alone the trade, which is still really, really far away from that place.
Killed a castle, probably. Are there trebs or anything?
Oh, and my god, they just deleted the mining camp, Jiggsy. They have just deleted it.
Boo.
Let's hope this is gonna be enough to actually make their trade a little bit better. I do think that this tight spot is still a problem. So
Definitely.
and look at that. So Hoi Chong no GG. My guess is why are these beep not calling GG? That's I think that's what he's saying right there. Even if my Vietnamese skills are not the best ones.
Well, man, you don't want to start doing that because
Because
as soon as you think the other team should GG, you can kind of let off and then let them back into the game. It's
well,
happened many times.
they are surely not letting off on this. They are fighting with all they got, and another castle from yellow is down. So I think he was already able to kill like 3 castles from the yellow player. Red player was, and look at his score, man. This red player has been playing really, really good. He started
awesome
here. Awesome play indeed. What was that taunt again? Please search it for me.
Don't speak.
Awesome play.
There you go.
Thank you, sir. I was searching for that one. Thank you. As we're having a pause again, it seems. But I really think Red player has been playing this very, very, very nicely. He has been so active all the game. He was helping here on the south, he has been helping on the north, now he's pushing pretty much alone here through the middle. He's being now helped once again by Teutons, which is helping him with Knights and Bombard Towers. And this combination, Jiggsy, looks really strong to me. Siege Rams, Scorpions, Monks, Bombard Towers. I don't see a possible counter from the VN team just yet. Good thing for them. They have a lot of time to think what they can do against that because they are still very, very far away from the trade line.
Well, they sort of need the same thing, just of their own. Like you can only really kill elephants with elephants, you know.
Yeah. I do see here the Korean player also trying to open a little bit of this force, make their way a little bit easier. And this could actually be pretty good if he actually cuts this force here that leads straight into player's 5 base, you know. If he would try and cut that spot, that would be actually pretty good, as I think they would then be able to clean all the base of Teal. That's what I think, at least. Well, seems like wood is not going to be a problem. They still have tons and tons of wood left on this map. So that's not going to be the deciding factor.
A land nomad map where the wood's run out.
Yeah, that would be epic.
That'd be like a Black Forest map running out of wood.
Yeah, that would be pretty. Or the forest nothing. Imagine the forest nothing running out of. That would be pretty epic.
Oh my god, can you imagine? That'd be utterly ridiculous.
I do wonder why is Goth from the VN team only making halves. Okay, it looks like he's switching now back to Huskarls, but he was doing only halves for a very long time. And at least on the north side, there are no cavalry units in there, so these halves are pretty much useless.
Yeah. And I don't think there really will be for a long time, so if either of them can swap into champions, they can push pretty quickly.
I agree with you, I agree with you.
Say if Cholo, which it looks like he's actually doing right now, he's making champions, so he's going to really have a good time versus these Huskarls and Halberdiers.
I agree with you, he's doing champions, he has a lot of bombard cannons as well. I can count like 6 or 7 maybe, and those are going to be enough.
Oh, can I all go in? So remember we saw it happen earlier, like he went champions versus the Halbs, and it worked for him. But he kind of got like sideswiped by Milo with his paladins. But now like Milo is not in a position to help at all, so if he can go champions, he can actually do a lot of damage.
Okay. And he's doing this nicely. He needs to snipe those onagers from Tato there, which are not being microed by Tato, so he just needs to shoot at them, which is easier said than done, because these onagers have 8+3 range. He was able to kill 2 of them, but he does need to kill the last one, though. Good thing for him is Tato doesn't seem to be microing them. And he's even moving in with Huskarls, and he's gonna be able to kill that siege onager just with
down it goes.
Just with Huskarls. And it's a GG called, man. It's a GG called.
GG? There it is, yeah.
A little bit too soon, in my opinion. What do you think?
I think the game's still on, for sure, but, like, I think it is game.
Yeah, it's gonna be, at some point, it would have been a GG, I agree with you. Seems like a little bit too soon, but maybe they are tired. They wanna move on with these games.
Well, I know I'm freaking tired.
Yeah, I do see now also, because they're on the north, blue player was now pushing in with siege onagers and champions, and he would be able to kill these markets with no problem. Well, look at that, Jiggsy. Impressive result and surprising result.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Yeah, I mean, we know both teams really strong, but that's really interesting result of this set.
Yeah, really look at that. Yeah. Tato, Villager High, 200 or 196.
196. Ooh, pathetic.
Oh my god.
196. What is this?
Yeah, what happened there, man? Where are the 200? And let's look at the slinging players. Tato slinged 91k resources. He slung 91k resources, while the blue player only 27k resources. A big difference in there. Well, didn't work out for them, unfortunately, but anyway, very, very nice game here, starting this series with a 1-0 for the VN team. Let me update the score. It's 0-1, I reckon. 0-1.
Nice, really nice game.
Really